We all had to take basic science classes in school, and we all took what was said verbatim. Surely there had to be more interesting things to talk about? Well, guess what? There was, and we were deprived of learning about the cooler stuff. Here are 10 science facts you didn't learn in school. Were you a whiz kid in school? Then stay tuned for our upcoming quiz. The best answer will win the coveted award of being pinned at the top, so be sure to upvote your favorite answer. As we rewrite your science textbooks, be sure to guarantee yourself an A+ by hitting that wonderful subscribe button. Flying balls. If you played any kind of sport like tennis or soccer, then you might be familiar with the Magnus effect. For example, a group of guys dropped a basketball from the top of a 415-foot-high dam. When they just dropped the ball, it landed below under where it was dropped. On the next basketball, they added a spin before dropping, and the result was that the ball ended up flying through the air. The Magnus effect has been used to describe how balls fly in the air in tennis and soccer, and it has been used in lieu of sailboats and wings for an airplane. It's all about the direction of the spinning and flow of the air. Grenade survival. Grenades and explosives are no joke, and if we encounter one in person, we think we're generally doomed. If you encounter a grenade underwater, you're actually less likely to survive than if you encounter a grenade by land. Why? The blast from a grenade on land is less lethal because air is compressible, but underwater, the blast wave will crush your lungs because you can't fight back with a wave of equal force. So if you see a grenade underwater, get out of the water ASAP. No glasses? No problem. If you wear glasses, then you know that if you don't have them, you're pretty much screwed. But not all hope is lost. Whether your glasses broke or your contacts fell out, there is another way. All you need to do is make a pinhole with your hands and look through it. It works. But what is this witchcraft? Well, vision is connected with light and how much of it is coming through your retinas. By making a pinhole, you are controlling and focusing the light that's coming into your retinas and will help you see clearer without your glasses. Obviously, don't try this while driving. You hear us, Mr. Magoo? Exploding whales. Dead whales pop up on beaches often, and that is literal. If you see a dead whale on the beach, you might be tempted to get a closer look, but in reality, you need to stay as far away as possible. As the dead whale decomposes, it fills up with methane and other gases. But because humans love to poke around at dead whales, this causes the body to explode when provoked. That is not only a massive mess, but it is a mess that smells awful. Raining diamonds. As that famous song goes, diamonds are a girl's best friend. And if it was possible to inhabit Saturn and Jupiter, we imagine women everywhere would want to live on these planets. Scientists strongly believe that diamonds rain from the skies of Saturn and Jupiter. It all has to do with methane, and the planet's lightning storms turn it into soot. Then, the soot hardens into chunks of graphite and diamond as it falls to the ground. Are there any science experiments you wish you did in school? Stay tuned to find out more cool science facts and see if your answer changes. Swallowing a star. Stars and black holes have been studied for hundreds of years. In science class, we learned that stars can get swallowed up by black holes. But what actually happens, and what does it look like? When a black hole swallows a star, the star is ripped apart by the black hole's gravitational force. Some of the star's remains go into the black hole, while the rest is burped out, causing a huge jet of plasma to shoot out. So next time you get in trouble for burping at the table, just say you're emulating a black hole. Fungus for relatives. When Charles Darwin first introduced the theory of evolution, religious people went nuts because it went against their belief in creationism. There are still creationists that take offense to the fact that we may have evolved from monkeys, but we might have another relative, and that is mushrooms. This is because mushrooms are fungi, and they share a common ancestor with animals, which is algae. Also, fungus plays a major role in the decomposition process of living things, including humans. Want some delicious stuffed human meat? We mean mushrooms? Burping in space. If you are dreaming about becoming an astronaut and you hope to one day be able to burp in space, then call us Dream Dashers. You actually can't burp in space. It all depends on gravity. Gravity helps keep the solid and wet stuff down so that all that comes out is gas. But when there's no gravity, after you try to burp, you'll end up vomiting instead. The same goes for farting, taking sharding to a whole new cosmic level. Frozen boil. We have learned that if water gets to 32 degrees Fahrenheit, then it freezes. If water reaches 212 degrees Fahrenheit, it boils. With this in mind, it should be impossible for water to freeze and boil at the same time, right? Wrong. It's called the triple point, and it happens when conditions are just right for all three phases of water, solid, liquid, and gas, to coexist in thermodynamic equilibrium. It's not an experiment you can do at home safely, but it can happen. Wide open spaces. Atoms are like mini solar systems, and matter is generally empty. In other words, atoms have a lot of space between each other. If you were to remove that space, you can fit the entire human race into the volume of a sugar cube. Atoms are 99.99% empty space. Only 4% of the mass of the universe is the atoms that make up the planets, stars, and humans. The rest is empty space. Remember that question we asked earlier? Based on these new facts, what experiments do you wish you did in school? Remember to vote for your favorite answer and we'll pin the winning comment. Need some science experiments to do at home? What are scientists still trying to figure out? Check out these other videos from The Richest and we'll enlighten you. Isn't science awesome? Catch you next time.